Midnight Ramen is a minimally edited, live recorded podcast that takes place at midnight. Although Michael may not be consuming food, it's time to get your bowls out. It's chow time.
But welcome back to you. Break stride, sailing me. Free falling, choose my enemy. Free from the things you say. It will all come back someday.
Good evening, gamers and other folks like. I hope y'all are having a good night tonight. You are listening to Midnight Ramen with me, Michael. I hope y'all are doing well. If you want to watch this live, you can go to twitch.tv/Meltzler Original, all one word. I don't think it really... Twitch.tv/, yeah, that's actually correct. Or just look it up and whatever. And it's midnight Central Time, whatever. Or is it, what? You know, all this time, even though I've done this, 112 episodes, I know it's like Central or CST or whatever, but like, why is it that way? Or something like that. It's like, why though, you know? I know in America that's correct, but like Mountain Time in like Canada, I don't think that's a thing though, you know? I don't know. Anyways, like you can watch this live at twitch.tv. You can interact in the chat. You can basically manipulate the way the episode goes by doing in there, and you can watch the after show where I just basically edit this podcast and put it out there, you know? Yeah, that's fun. It's something nice, that something chill and stuff like that. Kind of just more relaxed. I don't want to say more relaxed because this is already more this is relaxed. But like, you get to see behind the curtains more or less. It's like kind of like when you're taking a shower and you're done with the shower and you're drying off. It's kind of like that, I guess. I don't really know. Drying off, it's like a little bit more rougher. You're just, I don't know. I don't know if that's a good analogy, but I think that's probably a good one. But yeah, I hope y'all are doing well. And it's up on YouTube once it's on there. And that's where you can watch every single one of these episodes. Now 112 once this is up there. And on Spotify, like I also put other videos up on my YouTube as well. Getting close to the end of this year, though, and the weekly videos are about to come to a close. So, yeah, that's a weird thing. I need to film. I kind of want to redo the one I want to do this week, but there's one I want to film soon, and I don't know how it's going to mess up my camera setup because like I have to move with it, and yeah, there's a lot of things that are going around with it. So I'm like, I kind of want to get it done and eventually like sooner rather than later. And if I can, yeah. But I think next week is probably like looking at the date, it's definitely going to be a JoJo's Bizarre's whatever chapter speed run, which I like doing those. I think even after whatever the year thing is, I'll probably keep on doing them because they're fun. Like, I'm not going to be as like tight ass about it, but I'm gonna definitely do them, and maybe do a deck thing every once in a while, or maybe make a second channel for that. I don't really know. I feel like the thing that's really kicked my ass in that regard is like I haven't really like locked in what I wanted to do with the channel. I think that like the podcast is definitely gonna be on here still. This is the main channel for that, and I think that's probably what it's gonna be. But in terms of other content, I'm not really sure. Because it's kind of the same. I feel like the amount of, I don't really know my subs at the moment offhand, but it's like it's kind of got to a level and it's like kind of maintained it for like the longest time. And, you know, getting it up is just kind of hard. That's what she said. But yeah, I'm not too worried about it. just do it. Yeah. Like, and I just put out, like, and the thing is, like, some of them are good. Like, I honestly feel like some of the things they put out are good. Other ones are actually shit. I don't even know how they do what they do. Like, again, like, the one that I absolutely, sorry, color correct time. One that I absolutely hate was the steamed hams edit, and that's my most viewed video. Or like another one I did very early on was like a joke, like a long overdue joke about the verbal A's being weird. Which honestly, that one, like, I was proud of that one. Honestly, I'm like, that was funny. That was stupid, and it was simple. Like, I did that in like maybe under an hour. That one wasn't too hard, but other ones I'm like, I put in a lot of work into this one, and it just didn't really do anything. Some series are better than others. I think the one that I like doing is definitely the two ones that I got into the flow of, or again, the two that I just mentioned before, the two like speed runs and the speed runs of like making them, and the deck speed runs of making the JoJo Bizarre chapter or whatever thing, because those are fun. Those are really fun. But even then, even like today, like I just made a funny Magic the Gathering TikTok, and it literally flopped. And it's whatever. Like, hey man, it happens. Like, I posted it, what? Oh my god. It got turd smashed. It literally is only a one, which is some horse shit. It's about current events, but in an analogy. But it's weird that it just got like curb stomped. Whatever. It is what it is. But what are you gonna do? And again, the Spotify is another place where you can listen to this as well, starting at episode 100. And I'm putting out episodes of my radio show, which is just basically the precursor to this. And yeah, just me editing it. I feel like more and more as I continue on with these episodes, I feel like I edit them more. Like when I started the first one, I just kind of like trimmed here and there, and then just like went to the music, cut it out, cut out basically the news section. And I know there's like a bit that's in the back of my mind. I don't know when, but like there's like a singular like segment that I fixate on like one news thing because it's relevant, but then I don't know when that episode is. And yeah, I don't know. But next week's episode is the last one for a little bit, because it's like, you know, it's the Christmas episode. It's like the last episode that I made there for, you know, 2019, which, crazy to think about, it's almost 2025. It's almost been 5 years since like COVID has really came around. And I think this past episode too, I sounded a lot like rougher. I sounded more sick. Like I definitely edited out like some of the coughs and stuff like that. And oh man, I think I might have had it then in this episode. Maybe. Because I know my dad was sick for like a long period of time, like right after Thanksgiving to like mid-January. Like mid to late January. Like he was sick as a dog. And I can't really explain it. And him and his buddy like were both really, really sick for like a long period of time. And it was pretty similar to the symptoms that, you know, COVID had, and probably they did have it, but we don't know. Because like even then, you know, how could we have detected it? But yeah, it is what it is. They're still here. Both of them are still here. Thank God. Yeah, it's weird to reflect on those episodes too. Like it's strange. It's very strange in that like that was me 5 years ago, and some things have changed many things have changed, but it's odd to think about how much of like a time capsule that was, and eventually how this itself is a time capsule of like this specific week or this or that. And yeah, it's just really odd to think about. Like from years from now, even like say 5 years from now, I'm not gonna do a thing about like that episode being a retrospective. Like, I'm not gonna do that. That just sounds stupid. But like, it's weird how even then it's gonna be dated. So hindsight, you know how hindsight is 2020? Oh man. That did not go over well. Hindsight was definitely not 2020. And yeah. Ooh boy. Dude, it's been a nice week. Got work done. Yeah. I feel like I need to do more Christmas shopping, which today probably not a great idea because it's like supposed to get a high of -1 and it's not supposed to get warm at all. So I am probably staying the fuck inside. And that's what I'm doing. But next Thursday, I mean, if you listen to it before the next episode or what, listen to this before the next episode. Next Thursday, not the next episode, but Thursday proper, Thursday night, I'm doing a thing where I review every flavor Mountain Dew that's either came out or available this year that I can get my hands on. I'm thinking I'm probably not going to do like restaurant ones because it's hard. It's hard to get those, and to get them consistent just doesn't feel right. Just like, I feel like the one that does it the best, the two that I feel like do it the best are Taco Bell and KFC. They do it the best because they are owned by PepsiCo. That's just a fact. Or whatever company. I think that's just the parent company. I think it is just PepsiCo. And it's like, why go wrong? Like, they know how to do it. If they're going to fuck up on their big ones, they're screwed as a company. But for, like, say, Applebee's, I know Which has one, but I don't know if they have it anymore. Buffalo Wild Wings. I think Buffalo Wild Wings, honestly, if I'm going to be flat out honest, that one's the worst. Because it tasted, at least the time that I've had them, it tasted like a beanbag. Like, you know, when you're doing a beanbag toss or like cornhole or what. I can get into that in a second, actually. But like a beanbag, it's kind of like when the smell of that, that's what it tastes like. It's so weird. I don't get it. I just don't like it. And it's like pitch black. It's not even like, it makes the flavor, like the proper pitch black, look white. That's how dark it is. It's like, this should not be this color. But like, I'm definitely gonna get like ones that are like at gas stations, ones that like are bottled or canned or whatever, because like that makes sense. And if I can get a hold onto them, get my hands onto them. I think the rarest one that I'm probably gonna have troubles with is like Circle K's, if I'm thinking correctly. Oh no, 7-Eleven. 7-Elevens is gonna be hard to get a hold of. Circle K is the something Thunder. That one that isn't too hard to find. Like Circle K, that one's easy. / holiday. But yeah. Now, so next Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Central Time, I'm gonna do a Dew review, which also sucks because I want to go see the Sonic 3. I want to see Sonic 3, like premiere, but that'll have to wait for Friday, the actual proper day of it. And again, I think I might have already told the story about like, or the thing about like Thursdays is the day to actually go to see a movie premiere, at least publicly, because they do like what appears in, say, in this instance, the movie comes out on the 20th for Sonic 3. There's earlier showings, and on the 19th, I should say. I don't really know exactly why. I think it's kind of so like time zones wise, it like lines up. But even so, what do you base it off of? Because like, I know in Europe they definitely like do a different release date and time, and across the world they do different release schedules and things like that. So I kind of wonder when or what's the methodology to that, or the reasoning for movies to be released at the time that they are released worldwide, at least, or what I'm saying, what I'm trying to get at. I'm not exactly sure. But when I was a student, especially in college or even in high school too, like I could get tickets for like cheap as shit. And that was a way to do it. Even though I had, especially my junior and senior year of college, I work Thursdays because they're basically Fridays at college because everyone goes home for the weekend. Like, that's the reason I took Thursdays, because it's the most exciting day. It was the busiest day, honestly. I love being busy in that sense. I don't like, yeah, there were definitely like scheduled groups and stuff like that, but like once they were going, they're going. But like there was usually events happening or set up for events or something like this or that. There was always something going on during Thursdays that like I wasn't like sitting in the back twiddling my thumbs waiting for something to do. And that's what I liked about it on those days. But yeah. But when I wanted to go see a movie, I made sure like in my schedule, like I'll switch with someone to do it. And the thing I talked about being the night building manager is that you get off at a little past midnight, or depending on the day, it might be 11:15, but usually would be midnight because that's when the building would close. And especially like during school days too. So I would have to, so there were 2 days. One would be for the radio show, and then 2 would be for me at work that I have to stay up super duper late and then get up in the morning. But because Monday, Wednesday, Friday were like pretty much the same schedule, I would it was fine. It was fine that I did it that way. Because like the radio show fell on Wednesdays or Wednesday at midnight. And then Thursdays or Fridays is when I would get off. And by the time I get home, or get back to the apartment, or get home, or the dorm, I don't care. I would, either do that or eat some food or this or that. And sometimes my girlfriend especially when I was living in the apartment, my girlfriend at the time would already be asleep. And so and she took up a lot of the bed. Like, no offense to her. Like, she's a nice lady. She's it's sad that we had that we parted ways, but it is what it is. Whatever. But the one thing that really got me sometimes is she would take up the entire bed. The entire bed. Even if I was in it, she would take it up. And to the point where she would sleep on me. Like, I have woken up to basically a good portion of her body, like I can't feel this, my whole left side of my body because it's under. What's Obito from Naruto? I think it's Obito. It's like that. That was literally me with my ex. But yeah, every time I got into bed though, the one thing though, I know she was fast asleep. Whenever I got into bed, she would always, scoot over and, make room for me so I could get in. That was always nice. It's always nice. Even though I know she was like dead asleep, she like muscle memory like made room. Oh, another thing that was so weird, and I feel like going from that relationship to the one with my girlfriend now is that she would always be the one to just randomly just like conk out. Like we were, watching TV on the couch or watching YouTube or watching like Dance Moms or whatever the fuck. And she would just randomly just be zonked. And I knew she was falling asleep because she would start twitching. She would start twitching a lot. And like I would have to like, nudge her to wake her up. And of course, because I'm smaller, and because I'm a dude, I was a big spoon. And I was like locked up against the couch. So if she fell asleep, I'm fucked. I was actually fucked. I could not move. Again. Call me Obito the way that my girlfriend was like locking me in place. It's ridiculous. Man, it was just funny. It's just really funny looking back. But now, even like the other day, like I just zonked out. We were like scrolling through TikTok, and then all of a sudden I'm just like, I'm feeling sleepy. And about like an hour or so later, wake up like, what happened? We both took a nap eventually, because I knew like I fell asleep, woke up a little bit later, and then we both, took a little nap. And we woke up at like 8:25 or something like that. I'm just like, huh? Oh, damn. And that's not like the first time that hasn't happened. Like I know we were watching part 5 or Judge of Adventure part 5, and multiple times I've almost like missed entire episodes or like good portions of episodes because I've just been like nodding off. But I think there's just got to be a good day that we got to keep on watching. I still got to finish part 6. I'm still stuck. I haven't had time to just randomly sit down and watch it, because I'd rather sit down and finish it, because and it's been almost like 2 years. It's been almost like 2-3 almost 2. Wait, 2022 was when it came out initially, so it's been over a year since it like finished by now. But because I know I started this podcast like before the Livecast, before part 6 was released. I do know that. I even mention it in the latest episode of the radio show. Oops. In the recap. I'm pretty certain. I should know I recorded it. Pretty sure it did. But yeah. Color change. It's a little warmer. It feels a little warmer on the screen. But yeah, I don't really know from there. I feel like I want to open up some magic packs right now, but I don't really want to. Just yet. I will mention this later at the end of the episode, but Gradients did release their third single from their next album. I don't even know if they've even said the title of their next album yet. And they kind of delayed the release of the single, because you can also watch it on YouTube. You can go listen to it on whatever audio platform you want to. The music video was put up on YouTube last Friday, which would have been the 5th? The 6th. I'm bad at math. I'm actually very good at math. Just stupid. But they put it out. Love it. I just love it during the middle when they say the title of this, when Darian says the title of the song, he looks directly into the camera and just like, I can't take it seriously. I can't take that seriously. It's so funny. Like, oh, that's the funny thing about them. It's like, I know these guys so like well enough that they're like fucking teddy bears, but their music kind of goes hard. Or even like the lighting guy I work with, like they went on national tours. I listen to the music, I'm like, what the fuck? But he, as a person, if you so much say a bad thing to him, he's folding. Like he is not the one to confront anyone and be mean. Like we had this group or person or whatever be like, oh, your lighting guy was being mean to us and told us we couldn't patch in or whatever the fuck it was. I can't remember. And like all of us collectively, everyone on the team, and even like the contact that he had with our team was like, there's no way, dude. There's no way that he was assertive and confrontive about whatever. It's like that's how much we were all like, that's how like non-assertive he is. But he's a cool dude. Absolutely cool dude. Music, though, that goes damn crazy. Soulkeeper. It goes hard. That is their band. And they're doing a concert. I probably won't be able to because I have to bowl, which sucks. But that's weekly stuff, so I gotta do that. Or bi-weekly thing, so I gotta do it. I could pre-bowl, but like as also at the same time, it's like a little Christmas party, so that's what it is. I think it is time to open up some magic packs. I'm chomping at the bit. I'm getting low on packs though. Freaking low. Low as hell. So give me a second. Oh, yeah. Okay. Before I open my cards, my girlfriend opened up from. Let me check what it is. It's the Pikachu VMAX. Or no, not VMAX. Hold on, let me check what it is. Oh, I gotta record that too. Pikachu EX, like a gold with the crown from whatever the something Surge or Scourge, or I can't remember what it is. The latest set from Pokemon. Out of the box, near mint foil, holofoil, $168. And then before that, just before that, she opened like an Executor, gold frame, whatever, same treatment, $20 or $17 out of the box. Near mint holofoil. Absolutely crazy. Like, no joke. That is insane. But yeah, let's open up these magic packs. If I can actually, get the right button. Okay. So we got 3 packs here. I feel like the best product of this year, there's been a lot of products. I don't really know what the best one I would say. I think Foundations is really, really good, actually. Like it brings a lot of staples back, a lot of cards that I feel like do need reprints, and new cards that are good for just the game in general. I don't really know I think the best main set, in my opinion. I think Thunder Junction is good. I would say it's a tie between Duskmourn and Bloomburrow. I'm leaning more towards Duskmourn because there's a lot of good cards from it, but Bloomburrow has some heat to it. But I think this right below that, I think Thunder Junction would be there. Just below it. Below both of them. Because, like, it was fine, but, like, it had a lot of powerful cards in it, but, like, the value of it just wasn't there. I mean, there's a lot of stuff good in it still, but, like, in retrospect, it's just like, the value of it just didn't hold up. Oh, pack 1, we are opening it now. Strongbox Reader, an offer you can't refuse. Cat Collector. We got a Crystal Barricade as a rare. We got a Zimone. Oh, Mythic Zimone. At the beginning of each combat of your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures you control. And then you can Simic for double the amount of counter on target 2 creatures or artifacts you control. That's pretty cool. Ooh, the cat. Okay, that's fucking good. Hell yeah. Foil Aribo, the First Fang. Hell yeah. Whenever it or another non-token... Other cats get +1/+1. But whenever it or another non-token cat enters, create a 1/1 cat creature token. Fucking good, dude. That is a good foil right there. Very good foil. 3 rare plus in that pack. That's pretty good. Love it. Let's see if we can get a... I want to get another Heir Apparent. I need more. An offer you can't refuse. Brazen Scourge. Deathwing Scavenger. Another Cat Collector. What? I'm not even going to attempt the name. Maw of Flames. Attacks, it deals 4 damage to any target and 3 damage to up to 2 other targets. That's fine. Ooh, Firebrand Archer is pretty good pinger. Or ping. Did I? Oh, I got a swamp and a rat. Full art swamp, I should say. And then the last pack. Let's see if we get anything special. Okay, we got to the no Heir Apparent. I'm sad about that. Okay, so Elvish Regrower enters return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. That's pretty good, actually. Resolve Reinforcements. Mischievous Mystic. Brass's Bounty for the rare. Ooh, Valkyrie's Call. Whenever a non-angel creature control dies, return to the battlefield under its own control with a +1/+1 counter on it. It has flying and is an angel in addition to its other type. That's actually very, very good. And then Revenge of the Rats is the foil. So I think Valkyrie's Call. Let me look that up. So I want to look up a couple of those cards because I don't think there's a Moan as anything, but like I want to look up the cat because that's pretty good. I like that cat. That's going in my cat deck. I'm working. Like I have so many decks working, and a lot of them came from this year too. Like actually crazy. Like I have a story about that, about one of them right after about building stuff. Like I know we talk a lot about Magic, but like, hey, I don't know. But actually, let's go to our... Oh, look at me. But let's go to... I think Card Kingdom is a way to go. Because like I can actually find it from here. I can't find it from there. Womp womp. It would be Foundations. Not the variations. I'm just looking at singles. Just looking at singles, my guy. Blasphemous Edict. Let's see if we can find a Heir Apparent. It's crazy. So none of these, I'm not seeing it yet. I'm not seeing anything yet. Darksteel Colossus is at $5. That's crazy because that thing was like 11 before this. Valkyrie's Call, $3.49. Not too bad. Not too bad. I'm not seeing it here. Okay, Ancestor Dragon sucks. I don't know why it's that much. Like I have a couple copies of it, so I don't, or a copy of it. It just isn't great of a dragon. Like I know it's like good in like the what am I thinking? What am I thinking? I am like losing my mind here. Wait, where's the color? Okay, there's the color identity. I am blanking. Let's apply. Let's apply all these. See if we can find it. Add a line. Let's do an aim. Oh, not Z to A. Not Z to A. Add a line. Ancestor Dragon. 99 cents? Oh, fuck. I thought it would have been better than this. But actually, the cat's pretty cool. I like the cat. It's pretty cool. 49? Rip. Ripperoni. Ripperoni and cheese. For real. What are you going to do? Fucking nothing. So anyways. Oh yeah, so I've been building a lot of decks. And one that I'm like confused about. So I'm building pretty much all. Well, I'm building 4 out of the 5 Marvel Secret Lair decks. So two of them, the Captain America and the Storm. I can't remember which. They're like just out of frame. Those are like they have like a good chunk of their cards. Wolverine, which is actually in frame, holding up the picture, that has a lot of cards I then need to trim down. Like a lot of cards I just dug through and grabbed cards until I thought it was fine. That I need to trim down a lot. And what else? I'm trying to think of anything. And then Iron Man, it's got ideas. But okay, yeah, the Wolverine, before I added a shit ton of cards into it, it only had like maybe 11 cards, but it was worth more than the ones that I've kind of more built out. And at this point for like Storm and for Captain America, they're pretty much ready for just basic lands and, fixing stuff. So that's saying something. And the reason behind the Wolverine one is so expensive is because the special like guest card or like promo card, I don't know if there was like an extra one in it or whatever. I don't really know. Or I don't even know which one I got it in. But it was all Groots, and every single one of them. Like each character got like their own one that's inspired to it. And then there's this other one for Abundant Growth. It's called Abundant Groot. It's a common card normally. The price that it goes for is like $220. I just about shat my pants. Just like, what? That is worth just at the same amount that I paid for all of those. And actually no shipping. But that is more than I paid for all 4 of those Secret Lairs, because I didn't get the Black Panther, because that one did not seem like it had as much value as it should have. And I feel like it could have had more. I think, although maybe 1 or 2 cards are good, but like other than that, not really. And I just really don't see myself building a deck, a Selesnyan deck like that. And I just can't. I could, but like I just don't know. Another one I have a shit ton of struggle with is trying to build an Izzet deck. I have an Izzet deck. I never use it because it was like basically a barely modified precon from the Strixhaven one. And I've never played it, but like I've goldfished it, and it does well. But it's not on like my Mox field or anything, so yeah. Like I have so many decks in the process, like 18. I think actually I want to check that. I'm not gonna show it, but I want to check it because I have a lot. going on. Like, way too many. 21. I have 21. All of them Commander. Oh my God. I think the latest one that I haven't really worked on that is real, I haven't worked on in like 4 months. And the other ones I feel like I've added more onto it, but I just haven't like updated them or whatever the fuck. Although maybe 1 or 2 of them I might scrap. I might. Because it just I have a lot of blank kinds of decks going on, so I didn't really want to build another one. And that was like black decks for a while, because like I had like 3 mono black decks. Like I have 3 of them. Because I have the zombie deck, I have the drawing is bad deck, and I have a rat one. Rat tribal. So I have a zombie and rat tribals, and a discard drawing one. Like, I have enough mono black decks. And I'm not really usually a mono black player, if I'm being honest. Like, it's good. Playing black in a deck is very fun. It's not like blue. Blue is just so meh. Although the blue deck that I have, milling, is so fun. I love it. But I need to stop talking about Magic. I've already used up a good portion of this episode. It's crazy. It's crazy to think about, like, I am feeling like a little bit tired, but I'm not like too tired. When I was doing the radio show, I was always like high, like I had this kind of energy, but I wasn't like super duper tired because I was like, oh, I was always, drinking something, or it's because I was in college or something like that, or I knew I didn't have to wake up in the morning or whatever. I just knew I had to go home. Like, all I really had to do after it was done was like log out, whatever the hell. Not really log out, actually, because the computer would just like shut down or whatever the hell it was. Just actually sign out of my whatever account or playlist. I can't remember exactly. It was so old. Make sure I put the CDs back where they're supposed to. Make sure I fill my thing out. Slide it under the door. Head out. And then, of course, when the pandemic came, I had to like clean everything off, which I kind of did as like the show was ending. Like, as the episode was ending, I'd always like start wiping things down or progressively like putting CDs away. So that process would be like, once the episode was done, I just stopped the recording, pulled it out, put it in my bag, finished whatever I needed to write, or if I was already done, then threw the thing on the paper under the door because no one was going to get it, and left. That was fun. I feel like I had so much energy, or a lot more energy when I did those. Because like, especially early on, I'm not feeling it now because I feel like I'm fine. Like, I do need something to drink because like I just feel like I do. Maybe it's because I'm talking a lot that my energy goes down a lot faster. Or like, especially the energy, my awareness of trying to be awake just goes down more and more and more. But I know, especially in those early episodes of this, it's like where I'm not like nodding off, like rambling as I'm falling asleep. Or like there's long like ish pauses. Yeah, that's literally just me falling asleep or getting lost in thought. But this one, I don't feel like I'm gonna do it. This one, definitely not. I've gotten a lot better about that. But yeah, it's also weird too because like I don't like, even after I get off a stream, I feel like I get a burst of like energy to wait for the episode to be up, and so that I can just like upload or whatever the hell freely and just be done with it. But also at the same time, it's just like I just want to be done. But like the episodes themselves come out on like Spotify and stuff like Spotify, like way after, like way later, because like you have to like submit it, and not submit it, you have to publish it, which is so odd. It's like you don't have a button that just, and you can't edit anything once you get to a certain point. If you just like hit send, you can't do anything, and that's just so dumb. Like, oh fuck, I misspelled this, or oh, the episode name is wrong. No, you have to go into the episode, edit the title itself. It's just like a whole process, and it does not. It's just it's so annoying. It's like, yeah, I'm scheduling an episode for later. Can you put this out later? Yeah, hold on, I just gotta finish making the episode. Huh? That's not how it works. Oh, I did fade off a little bit there. What the hell was I talking about? I literally forgot. I actually did forget what I was talking about. That's bad. Like, I know it was something serious, dude. Damn. This sucks. I hope when I get old, I hope I don't have those sorts of problems, you know, because I feel like at least I know my dad's side on the female, the ones that like have lived a lot longer, they tend to have a lot more memory loss. So I don't know if that translates over to the males or not, because like I don't know. My grandma and her, like a lot of her sisters, that lived a lot longer, that lived longer that I know of, had memory issues later in life. And even my grandma now, like, I mean, she has good and bad days. It's not as bad as one of her other sisters that back like years ago before she passed, but it's like she forgets a lot. She does remember some things here and there, but for the most part, yeah. And I feel like a lot of that too was triggered a lot more by trauma because of how abrupt her husband, my grandpa, like got into hospice and then passed away, or even like had to go to the hotel, like, or not in the hotel, into like the hospital, I think during like Thanksgiving around that time. And I mentioned it, I feel like, in the radio show, like that time was, I think, where she started having some of her issues. And I think it really, really kicked in. I think she was more like worried of like, when is he coming home, and is he fine? Is he okay? And like, but I think once he was in hospice and they were living in an apartment, that's when it really started like setting in. I mean, she was fine like in between then when he was home, but once things took for the worse, and when he like, until we passed away, it was bad. It was very bad. And after that, right when it's just poor time, like right timing, poor timing, good timing, whatever that, just the timing of it with the pandemic, like lockdowns kicking in, I think that also had a part to do with it. But hopefully, I mean, if I'm able to live long enough, I just hope that that's not the case. That I keep a sharp mind and this and that. I have, knock on wood, have surprisingly sharp eyes, or like good eyes, because everyone in my family, my mom, my dad, my dad, and my sister, all have glasses. I don't have them. I do have my eyes checked. I don't need them. At least knock on wood, not now. And there's like everyone, I'm like, why? Why are you the exception? I don't know. Is it because I'm a gamer? Is it because I like driving? I don't really know. Like, I don't do anything special. If anything, like, especially now, I subject my eyes to some pretty bad shit. Especially when it's like an event that has some lighting. That's like, you go into the room, say something like this, but then you walk into another room or like into a hallway and you just have the normal light on. It's like going from like that idea of in like movies of like how Mexico is just yellow. Literally that. Literally that. That's how it feels like. You just get like uh like flash grenaded like hard. Like you go into a dark blue, purpley, red, whatever room, and then you go into the hallway. Just like the adjustment that you need to make is just so crazy sometimes. Like it hurts. It's not as bad anymore, but like it's crazy to like that light transition. It's weird that the amount of times that I've like accidentally had a light shine in my eyes or whatever because, you know, setting up lights or whatever, this or that. It's weird I still don't need glasses. And like, knock on wood again, I don't need them because I don't want. Like, if I'll fight tooth and nail to not need them. When I do, I do. I don't really know what kind of frame I would need, and also, like my ear, the location of my ears, I feel like are one's higher than the other. I feel like this one, my right ear is the where it would sit is higher than my left. So it's like kind of tilted. I know one of our foreign exchange students, like whenever she wore glasses, like they were always like tilted. It's like, how can you deal with that? Like, you know, they always like look like they were tilted or like not put on, you know, close enough. It's just like, how can you live with that? I mean, then again, she also did have a glass eye, which I did not even know for the longest time. Which would explain a lot. But, yeah. And if you're watching this or listening to this, hi. That explains a lot. And no, and I still appreciate. She got me this for Christmas when she was here. I don't even think she knows how much this means. This means a lot. I don't use it specifically for a deck. I have a deck in here. Hold on, I got a color balance. That's better. I put valuable card, like I used to put valuable cards in here. I have a deck currently in it that needs to get finished. Spoil again. But for the longest time I put all my valuable cards in this. That's how much it meant. How much it means. Because it's safe, it's secure. Like I could do the shake test, the prof shake test. It's not going anywhere. It's very nice. It's very cool. I love it. It's a very thoughtful gift. And like, even at the time, I feel like I was playing a lot of white. I am white. Cheers to that. Cheers to me changing the color balance again. The color adjustment. You know, I could probably just keep it and set it, but like, man, it looks funnier. But no. I'm trying to think of like other things. It's getting close to Christmas. Like, I'm not gonna spoil any things of like, oh, what I got, what. I do need to get more stuff. I feel like I have got something for pretty much everyone. But I want to get more. I want to get more, at least 2, 3 per person. And yeah. Got something for my mom, got something for my dad, got something for my sister, a couple things for my girlfriend. I think that's the one that I have the most done. And that's kind of what I have. Bacon, I'll get him some stuff. Like, I'm getting, he's gone through a lot. I'll tell you some stuff about Bacon. He's gone through a lot this year, like in a good sense. Like starting at like kind of mid beginning of this year, early, kind of like in spring, when I took him to the vet, he was 26 pounds, way overweight. And they're like, oh yeah, you need to get him down to at least like 21, like 18 is where you want him. 21 is like the upper side of where you want to have him. He's 26. He's 26 now. You want to get him, drop him 5, 6, 8 pounds. It's like, that's a lot. Like, I know that that's a lot, but crazy enough, he did it. And he's at like, I don't know exactly how much he weighs right now, but he's a lot lighter than he was. A lot lighter. And I think it really showed during the August and September. I've already talked about it, but like, he's gotten a lot more cunning, a lot more, I don't want to say adventurous. I don't know what the term, brave. I think brave, bold. Bold is actually the term I want to use, because like, this fucker, I tell you what, I love this cat. I love my little bakey boy. But this guy will mooch hard. Like like not that, less than a week ago, I watched him and the dog compete over food from my mom. And he looked more like a dog than a cat. Like, I tell you what. He was like full on begging. It was so wild to watch him. But yeah, he's definitely maintained a lot more weight, but he goes through a lot of litter. Like, I think I need to get better, like, different sand. But like, I think it's because it's clay, and you can buy a shit ton of it for very cheap. But I think because it's clay, it's not very great at absorbing, and it takes a lot out pretty quick. Like, it takes a lot of the barrel out, a lot of the bin out in less time. So I got to figure out a better way of getting that to like work, because like, yeah, I don't know. Because like, doing it every day is fine, but like, oh, if I forget a day, oh fuck, I need to basically dump the whole box. And that's not right. That just doesn't feel right. Or day or 2, it's like, yeah, doesn't feel right. Because there's plenty of sand in there that's like, oh, it'll be fine. But it is what it is. Oh yeah, we should probably start wrapping up. Sorry about the yawn. I'm gonna take a drink, because like, I am starting to feel it. Ugh. There's something in there. I don't know. I don't know about that one, Chief. Give me a second. All right. So, let's wrap this thing up. If you want to watch this live, you can go to twitch.tv/meltedlikeoriginal, all one word, where you can not only interact with this chat live, you can watch me stream, do other stuff. You can watch this happen live, midnight Central Time. You can also watch the after show, all of this unedited, for up to 2 weeks, and once it's gone, it's gone. But it is on YouTube and Spotify. And then on the YouTube You can watch every single episode, all 112 at this point. And other videos that I make. Other videos. That's pretty cool. Just kind of random stuff here and there, mostly. But there are some good things here and there. Good videos and things like that. And then on Spotify, you have from 100 onward and the radio show, the prequel series, the 5-year anniversary of each episode airing. Which one just got put out? The last one before 2020. Not like COVID happened, but the last one before 2020. Or the one before the last one. Because the next one is Christmas. And I think that one I went nuts on. That one I went very nuts on. Just like balls to the wall, just doing the randomest, dumbest shit. And I can't remember it too well, but I remember the JoJo's Bizarre Radio segment. I do know exactly which one it was. It's because I didn't have an idea for that one. And I thought, hey, fuck it. Or I might have made it longer. I don't know. It's also crazy too, because like that's the episode the episode before I saw Star Wars, the last Star Wars, before, this whatever new trilogy or whatever the hell that they're trying to make or whatnot. I know Grogu and The Mandalorian is supposed to be getting made and could be released in 2026. But I know there's like a sequel to the sequel to the sequel series. Wait. So there's the prequel, the original series, the sequel series, but then there's a sequel series. Possibly. Who knows? I know they're doing like at least a movie. So I'd like to thank Gradients for the use of the song Used to It off the album The Call. Very good song, very good music. Again, they released Comeback on their third single from their album that they're working on. It's on their music video is on YouTube and maybe another spots. I don't really know, but you can find it and listen to it pretty much a lot of places. Honestly, there's a lot of places that you can listen to it on whatever. And I'd like to thank you guys for listening, watching, doing what you do, and all that other stuff. I think that's it. So, as I look at the time, it's not midnight here anymore. But it is midnight somewhere else, eh? So until it becomes midnight here once again, I will see you later. But until then, bye-bye.